How's it, guys? Damien here. It's been a while, so this is a bit of a different video. This is how I got the shot that you just saw. A quick description of it, how I made it, a bit of motivation for me to get out and start filming again. So let's get started. So you just saw the shot. Quite a cool little special effectsy cinematic Instagram reel, I would kind of call it, with like a motivational quote there. Absorb, not observe, even though the saying goes absorb, not observe, not absorb. But I think it makes more sense my way, so I did it that way. But what you can see is me leaning against a lamppost, and it transitions into essentially me disappearing, kind of indicating that I was absorbing, not observing. Subjective, whatever way you want to see it. But I'll go through a little bit of the transition on how I did it. Like I said, I filmed it at my house. The sun was going down, it was a bit overcast, and I got my girlfriend to film some behind the scenes of it. So I think the first shot is you can see me kind of walking up the road, looking where to do it, seeing where the sun's coming from. We kind of picked on this bend of the road where we can backlight myself and some bushes.
I think you're gonna laugh. Huh? I think you're gonna laugh at some of these.
The testing, you could see me sitting on the curb. Claudia's laughing at me. I'm laughing at Claudia because sometimes she's filming in the shot. And you could see me testing just exposure, running in front of the camera, and then just testing how it looks when the cars come past. So essentially, the trick of this clip was one car goes past while you're sitting there, and then once that little scene goes past, you just film the exact same scene on the tripod without moving the frame and trying to keep your exposure the same. And that other car kind of on the empty one where you're not there, if that makes sense, becomes like the swipe transition, if that makes sense. And you don't really notice it if your framing's the same and if your exposure's the same.
Wave. Wave.
No, just as record. And it comes out really cool. Quick trick, I did not end up doing that. I'll show you what I'll tell you what I did more or less at the end of the video. You go left a bit. You're just in the shot. So the sun started setting, and it wasn't quite cinematic enough for me. Cinematics, baby. And Claudia and I ended up seeing the street lamps come on. And we thought the way the street lamps kind of like illuminated against the plants was a lot more cinematic, and it was starting to get dark now where we could set the exposure to the street lamps. So we decided to use that. I don't know, should we try the street lamps quick? Should we try it again?
Yeah.
To record this, so then I like narrate it, be like, okay, we saw the street lamps come on, that might be a cooler shot. Like that type of stuff.
We've seen the street lamps are coming on now, so we're gonna go try use the street lamps.
So you could see a couple clips of me leaning against the street lamps there and setting up the scene. And the scene was a lot more level. I don't like it when my shots aren't level, if that makes sense. It's a bit annoying. And that original road, was on an embankment. So it worked out really well. And we just did a couple shots just so I got enough. A couple of me leaning against the trees, cars coming past, and then we changed it up a bit without me there. Okay, another car coming. We'll try this one. So big reveal how I ended up doing it. I ended up just masking myself by the lamppost against a blank backing track, essentially the blank one being me not there. When the car goes past, kind of masked it over. And once the car goes past, I masked out of the frame, and it's just the other shot. Just because again that exposure got too hard, it was bothering me when the car swiped, and then there was different car sizes and car colors. So I thought it looked a lot cleaner. And then following with that, the second car going past was just a clean car going past. And then I added a bit of glow on the text. And another thing is you can see a frame burn or a lens flare or whatever you want to call it on the first transition where the car goes past where I disappear. and that was to hide the difference in exposure. Just because I saw it, it was bothering me. I showed my girlfriend, it wasn't bothering her at all. She couldn't see it. But that helps distract the eye, so I don't have to spend an hour lining up the frame, even though I was on the tripod, and matching the exposure. But I hope you enjoyed it. Much quicker, different change of scenery, different change of voice. I'm looking for too much excuses to make something big, something cinematic, where I thought this was a nice change of pace and you get to see a bit more of my personality and that type of stuff. So, guys, please give me some feedback on this video. It was really, really cool. Cheers, peace out. I'll make another one soon. By soon, I'll probably mean another 3 months again. But yeah, cheers.